What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a really special guest in the building. Listen, this man here is the band leader of the legendary Wailers. You know who we have in the building today? We have ASTON BARRETT Jr. in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Yes, doing great, family. Give thanks.
All right. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, man.
All right. How is things going on your side of the world right now?
Yeah, you don't know. We're all still in the pandemic. I'm here in Florida, Miami, Florida.
Okay.
So yeah, they closed down a couple of the places, but we're still able to go around the place. Just have to stay safe,
Yeah, no, thank God for stuff like what we're on now, Zoom and all those type of stuff, where we could still conduct some sort of business, even though we can't really fully do what we're doing outside.
Right. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Agree.
Yeah. Let's get into some of your history here, because boy, the Wailers we're talking about here, this is the most iconic reggae band in the history of reggae music. You know what I mean? And then you being family man's son, you being ASTON BARRETT Jr., what kind of responsibility was that for you to actually take on that type of institution and put it on your shoulders?
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, my father just pushed it on me. Yeah, because he saw something in me, and I used to run away from it. I started touring with Julian Marley when I was like 14 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And then when I graduated from high school, then my father brought me on tour. And I toured with him from a while, and then I said, I'm gonna get away a little bit. And then I got a call from Lauryn Hill, and I was playing bass for Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
And then my father called me back and said, I don't have any soldiers here. I need you. So I said, all right, Miss Hill, I'm gonna have to go back to daddy, because daddy need me. So I went there, and he's been training me, because when they say you get paid according to your works.
For sure.
So my father used to pay me, and then one day, paycheck low. And I said, well, I'll go on, daddy. What happened? Man said, did you set up my amplifier? Did you set up my bass? Did you clean my bass? Did you clean? I said, my gosh, for real? The man said, I need you to learn. You need to learn mono from stereo, what stereo does with the bass amplifier. So he taught me all of these things, and he's a super nice guy, but he was very strict when it comes to the sound, because as you can see, I'm one of his students. I'm the third student, and I got a lot more pressured because I was his son, but not pressured in a bad way,
No.
Because well, he never pushed music on me. I was pushing to learn, so I kept going to him, and he'll give me a little or here. So now he's like, all right, you have my full attention now. What do you want to learn? I said, Daddy, when I get older, I want to play bass for Julian Marley. so I got older, but I was still a teenager, and I got to play with Julian, so that was fulfilled. And then my father said, I need you to keep this generation moving. And I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you your uncle's style. So I said, but you don't play drums. He's like, I don't have to play drum. Man said, remember, Carlton and I are brothers, so my personality and his personality is kind of similar. So if you learn my frequency and my sound, you could emphasize that into your drum playing. And that's how I was able to learn Carlton style, because it's also an attitude and a feel. So it's not so all of that, and then I got graduated, as I would say.
The band leader. And how long now have you been the band leader?
I would say from 2016 or 2016, when my father retired.
Okay, so then now he's not on the road with you guys right now.
No, sometime him come on the road, but him don't play. I just bring him cause the doctors say that it's a therapy for him. When he tours with us, sometime it helps to keep him. So it's true.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really true. So
Yeah, because this band has been in existence from like I think it was from 79 or 72. It was the early 70s till the 80s with Bob Marley. Then I think you guys just moved on from there as the Wailers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because as Bob Marley said, I was the Wailers. I don't know who told them to call me Bob Marley and the Wailers, but
Sure.
it was Wailers because the original Wailers group was a cappella, and
Okay.
and my grandfather, which is Joe Hicks, my mother's father, was the one that was training the Wailers. You understand? So
Okay.
I'm Wailers on both sides. I have some kind of category on both sides. And Toots from Toots and the Maters, he and my father are cousins. So it's like
Crazy.
this whole family. There's a whole bunch of things in it. But my job was to learn the roots. And a lot of people say you finally have it, but to me, I can't finally have something if I'm still living, because you're never too old or young to learn. You're never too young or you're never too old to learn.
Mhm.
And I believe in that. And I believe anything you put your mind to get, you're gonna get it. And I'm one of the people that will help to encourage musicians. Like if I go to the studio,
Mhm.
I'll see three bass players and them say, yeah, man, Aston, come play bass. I said, no, man, no. I'll play keyboards because I love to be around musicians. I don't like to make people feel intimidated
Got you.
as well. So these are the stuff what my father taught me and what a good leader is. A boss is different than a leader. A
You
leader,
understand.
yes. A leader is a person that brings everyone up, encourages them. Every time after show, I say, yo, keyboard, yo, you great. I encourage everyone.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We encourage each other, you know what I mean? Because you have to do that. And sometimes it's draining because when you're doing that, sometimes it drains you because it depends on if someone is in a bad mood. Then
Yep.
you have to be there for them, and then after you finish, you're like, yeah. but the feeling after it and feeling good to see how they feel,
Yeah.
but you also learn that it's not all the time you can help everyone like that. So you find different ways how to do it without draining your energy, and
For sure.
that is the key. And I learned
One
that from my father as well. So yeah.
100% understood and no, because especially when you're dealing with so many different personalities, you
Mm,
have to understand to speak their language to get them to do what's best for the band itself. Because it's no
yeah,
longer individuals, it's what works best for the Whalers as a whole, opposed to me as an individual.
right.
You know what I
Because
mean?
everybody have different beliefs. Because I always tell them, this band is the Rastafarian movement,
Mhm.
right? But now Bob Marley and the Wailers, they open the door where we can have other religions, other people
Mhm.
around us, even working with us now
Mhm.
than before. So you know what I mean. But the only thing I always ask them is always respect the root of the whole thing. So whatever we're doing, respect the root, and once you respect the root, then we can move forward to everything. And but my head might be stricter on different things. I might not be stricter on other things. So
Got
maybe
you.
some things the Rasta movement would want me to be strict on. I might
Mhm.
not be strict on because I'm more modern now, where we can still go, differently, but not too in different ways until we really have to, like as Bob Marley said, we fight when we have to fight for our rights, but we say peace, love, and unity is what we need to preach,
Mhm.
so. And every man have a right to decide his own destiny, and also who
Mhm.
feels it knows it, because like even what's going on in the world, a lot of people have different hurts that
For sure.
and they want you to feel their hurt, and if you can't feel them hurt, it come out differently. Like them, they want you to be a part of it, and then you want to understand. But you see,
Mhm.
like my family isolated me from a lot of things that they went through.
Okay.
So I wasn't. So there's a lot of things I never experienced. Like I grew up knowing about a mother and a father supposed to be together, even though my father wasn't always like here.
Mhm.
But you learn that once you have a good mother and a good father, you can grow up differently. And I learned that even a lot of my friends in school, when they don't have good relationship or they don't have a father, they react differently.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of these things that's been happening in Jamaica. Like my father have a lot of kids, right?
Okay.
But my father is not a person that abandon his kids. He tries his best.
Yes.
He tries his best. He's not perfect, but you see that little try, that's all that matters. And it's that little try make me who I am today.
Yeah. All you got to do is try it. That's what a lot of people don't understand. All you got to do is try to make everything better.
Yes, sir.
Right now, you being one of the younger members in the Wailers, all right, and you being the band leader, how do you still keep the lineage of the Wailers and that sound and that style while balancing a modern day something that you might want to interject in the style also? How do you keep it balanced?
Yeah, well, my father told me that he and Bob always move on with the time.
Mhm.
Because if you listen to all of their albums, anything that is hot on the radio, they always go with the time. Even like listen how they did Could You Be Love? At that time, that was the thing, right? And my
Yeah.
father always told me that he and Bob always tried to get the latest equipment,
Okay.
right? And those stuff. But my father told me this in the late 90s, like 1998, 1999, saying that they felt that they kind of went where he felt that he kind of went backward, because he said there was two ways you could have went in the 80s, the late 80s. You could have go either pop or you could have go rock.
Yes.
And he said he went pop, but when he went pop, they kind of lost a little bit of the essence of the roots.
Got you.
So that's why that powerful thing wasn't there as much again. So he found it back in the late 2000s, about like 2004, 2005. He's like, you know what,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Fender. I'm gonna start going back to my original sound. And it was kind of hard because Carlton and him, Carl is a drummer, steady, but he move fast sometimes. So my father have a thing when he pull back and
Yeah.
it create a sound. And Robbie Shakespeare can show you that too. You know what I mean? And what happened after that was I went to school. My father, I got into a magnet school for music, called Dillard Performing Arts. My teacher was, what's his name? Christopher Dorsey, one of the best jazz band teachers in the world. He made
Okay.
me who I am, where I could play my father bass lines, but I wasn't able to create my lines. So Christopher Dorsey, he got me tutors and stuff in the school. I had to keep a 3.0 or they would have kicked me out. Because it's a magnet school. It was very hard to stay there, man, but we make it work. And my father told me that in order to learn my style to the highest, you have to learn jazz. I said, I don't understand jazz, too much things, but
Okay.
he said, you see the way how you're thinking, how you're talking, that little ignorance will not get you anywhere.
Mhm.
And him said that's the thing where even we as our people in Jamaica, when you see someone moving up, you encourage them to move up too.
You
And
understand?
that is what we have to do. And that's what I do. And that is what we have to do, because if you look on the world, I tour in South America with my father and all over the country, and they look up to us in Jamaica, that little country there, and saying what Bob Marley and the Wailers music has done for them. All of them have a testimony. And
Yeah.
someone came to me saying that they were gonna commit suicide.
Wow.
And they came to our show
Yeah.
and we saved them. We see people get married, we see people meet them wife, or the husband, at the show. So it's like
It's a
as
legacy. It's a legacy. It's an institution. The Wailers.
yeah, man.
You
And by
you have just like,
understanding it, I can't let it die off. And my mother used to say this: it doesn't matter what your father do, even if me
yeah,
and him talking now or not, you must still respect your father.
yeah,
And up to today's date, I'm like, because sometimes I used to be like, what you mean? You should cuss him. She said,
yeah.
no, you should not do that. My thing and his thing is different. You must respect your father. And
You
she said,
understand?
if you respect your mother and your father, you will go far in life and you will be rewarded. spiritually, because you see, this life, what we know, this is just physically. We deal with more of the spiritual
Mhm.
aspect of things, and where there is, good shall always overcome evil. Evil will try to make it faster because it's easy to do bad, But you see
For
the
sure.
after effect of doing bad, you go regret. And if you think say you don't regret it now, but you're gonna still go through it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I believe that when you go, you come back again. You know, and these are different things where people different believe in, and there's a lot of beliefs I believe, and there's other beliefs I don't believe, but I believe in the Almighty. That's
And that's the most important
that's the
thing
most
there.
important, for me, and
Wow.
it moves forward. But the song "One World Prayer," "One World, One Prayer," it means,
That's what we were just about to get into.
yeah, man, I can feel your energy, man. It means
Mhm.
it's like a new anthem for one world, for one love.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
if we say Bob Marley and the Wailers did one love, so we say we need the seeds
Yeah.
of the Wailers. So we say, all right, we have me as the one that's representing the Wailers now. So I said, I contact the Marley family.
Yeah.
And Amelia looked at me and said, how are you on the Marley family? I said, yeah, man, we're bona fide. We're like
Mhm.
this.
Mhm.
So email Sidel, and that's how we got skipped. And they came over. When they came in the room, it's like the whole room light up, man. It was amazing. You feel that,
Right. Yeah.
you know. So it
It's
was it was,
crazy.
it was amazing, man. And Amelia got Faruko from the Latin era. That was really good because I listened to his music. Amelia told me to go upstairs and listen. I said, "Who's this
Mhm.
guy? I don't know what he's saying, but him bad."
Yeah.
Amelia said, "I want him on a tune."
Mhm.
So we all decided and said, "Yeah, man, one world." And he wanted someone to have that Jamaica vibe, but true, we done roots here already because the album have roots on it. But this
Yeah.
song is world. We wasn't thinking reggae or nothing. We just recorded anything. Amelia
Mhm.
came with us, so we said Sean Paul, we said Shaggy, and then I made a joke and said, "Keep it on." I said,
Yeah.
I said, yo, Bujo. And then I
Yeah.
said, then I went far and said, yeah, man, be the man, Bunty. And then he listened to all of them and said, oh, all of them have a unique style, but we all came together and said, Shaggy.
For sure. 1000% agreed.
Yeah,
Shaggy is that voice.
yes. We came
You
together
know.
because we realized what Shaggy was also doing. And what we're representing, what we're doing is the same thing musically, and he's doing it musically, but he does charity. He tried to give back to Jamaica
Mhm.
as well. And I used
Yeah.
to always preach this, saying that we can give back to the world too, because we're giving the world music and hope. So
Yeah.
it's like we also wanted to give back to Jamaica too, but wanted to show if the Jamaican people would appreciate it. But then my father said, "You don't worry about if them appreciate it or not. You just do
Yeah.
it." And I
Just
said,
do it and make it go. And this track here,
yes.
tell them exactly where they could find it on all the streaming. Give them where they could find it. Give them some information where they could also get you to and see what you guys are doing before I get you out of here.
Yes, so you go on thewailers.com. That is how you find us. And then also The Wailers Official on
Mhm.
Instagram and Facebook. Yes, and that is us. And this Wailers band here is the original Wailers band from Bob Marley and the Wailers from back then and moving forward. It never stopped.
Yeah.
And remember that, and I'm a Barrett and I represent the Barrett brothers, the backbone and the heartbeat of Bob Marley and the Wailers. And
Yeah.
also, also representing Uncle Tyrone Downey, who's with us still.
Okay.
It's a privilege to have him with us and a privilege to have Uncle Dennis Thompson, who's the engineer
Trust me.
with us sometime too, and also Uncle Donald Kinsey and our lead singer Josh David. So there's everybody in the band, and I have to tell you, the bass player in the band now, his name is Owen Dreddy Reed.
Okay.
He's my father's student. To tell you the truth, is he is the one that really made all of this possible. He used to push me and say, "You can't make your father thing die out." I said, "I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with his management. I can't deal with all of that negative energy." He said, "But if it stops, you're
Who's
gonna
gonna
be
pick it
blamed."
up?
Him say, him say, "I'm gonna blame you." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because God gave you the gift."
Mhm.
So I
and
said,
you got to run with it, and that's what you're doing
yes,
now. You're bringing it to them, and trust me, I want everybody that's watching this now, you guys got to check out the new track, the new single by the Wailers. It's One World, One Prayer. It's available on all streaming platforms right now. Go check it out. Listen to me,
yes,
Aston.
yes,
It's been a pleasure. Thank
yeah,
you so much. I can't wait till you actually come to Toronto and we could sit
yeah,
down in the studio and really talk it up. You know what I mean?
yes, family. True, true.
My brother, thank you so very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
Bless.
Wow.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.